for so long. There's going to be many things that you don't understand, but when you partner with Sandlin Homes to bring your dream into reality, you're partnering with a company that has your best interest at heart. A home is your expression of yourself. It's your dream. It's your vision. It's what you make of it.
Nestled off 35E in Corinth, Walton Ridge is the perfect blend of small-town living with big city convenience at your fingertips. The Grand Homes community offers an abundance of fresh air and flawless natural surroundings. You and your family will find countless ways to engage in nearby activities. Walton Ridge offers several home sizes designed to fit your family's ever-changing lifestyle. From low-maintenance living to grand estates, Walton Ridge has the perfect plan to fit your needs. Settle into paradise today. Your dream home is calling. There are many places to look for your next home, but sifting through hundreds of pre-owned homes, fixer-uppers, foreclosures, apartments, and rental properties can be confusing, not to mention exhausting. We've helped Texans find the perfect new home for years, and now it's easier than ever. Just scan the QR code and download our easy app. You'll be able to search for new home communities, watch hundreds of home builder videos, tour hundreds of available new homes, and you can join tens of thousands of other local home shoppers in our Home Shopper Club. Members receive special sneak peek emails before each show, personalized updates on new communities, special notices about new homes based on your criteria, and our Home Shopper magazine. It's fun, easy, and the fastest way to learn about the very best builders and community developers in Texas. Scan the code and join the fun. There's no place like Hot on Homes. Better Built by Design is more than just a phrase to Landon Homes. It's our commitment to build the best homes where architecture becomes art and surrounds you with the lifestyle you want. From the moment you arrive, you will feel the difference. And our long history in this market means we understand what today's Texas buyers truly value. We are Landon Homes. With something for everyone, Landon Homes and Rowlett is the place to live, work, and play. Magnolia Landing presents a unique opportunity to reside on a muse, socially open spaces where neighbors are drawn together as a community. Nestled by Lake Ray Hubbard, Lake Park offers spectacular lake views. Both communities are part of the Garland ISD's School of Choice program, allowing parents to choose the school your child will attend. Starting in the 400s, Landon Homes has affordable living with an easy commute to Dallas. Experience the joy of owning a Landon home in Rowlett.
At Monument Realty, being a top producing realtor takes a lot of hard work, dedication, and perseverance. To show our appreciation for all their hard work, Monument utilizes our corporate sponsorships and exclusive office space to reward our agents with special VIP events and behind-the-scene experiences. At Monument Realty, we understand the importance of a healthy work-life balance and know that most successful agents are happy agents. Monument Realty has been voted as the top 100 place to work in Dallas-Fort Worth and #1 best mid-sized company to work for by the Dallas Morning News. Join us to see the difference a career at Monument Realty can make in your life.
Relax your home. Located within the quaint city of Manville, Pomona offers the absolute ideal blend of small-town charm and big city living. Pomona by Hillwood Communities elevates life's everyday moments. It's a place to both escape and connect. Pomona homeowners enjoy incredible amenities, such as a resort-style pool, a fish camp, the dock, the hive, and so much more. Choose from Pomona's outstanding home builders and build your dream today. Kick back and relax in the most blissful pocket of paradise. You'll float along a luxurious lazy river surrounded by lush greenery. Your panoramic view of the bright blue sky will have you believing that you finally found heaven on earth. A perfect place to live, work, and play. Marvida, a Land Tejas community, is the ideal place for precarious families who want it all. The master planned community in Cypress, Texas boasts innovative home designs, premium amenities, and unparalleled value. Marvida homes are built by a handful of nationally recognized builders who were carefully selected for their innovative floor plans, elevations, cutting-edge new home features, and superior customer service. Approximately 2,500 distinctive homes will offer the latest in-home technology for the 21st century and beyond. Marvida's stellar location is in close proximity to Katy, the Energy Corridor, and downtown Houston via the Grand Parkway and Highway 290. The community offers residents outstanding amenities available at sister communities Mira Mesa, Canyon Lakes West, and Bridge Creek. Bustling families can be easily entertained at any of the fantastic attractions, including 4 parks for the kids, 3 amazing clubhouses, 3 exquisite pools, 3 state-of-the-art workout facilities, 2 tennis courts, a basketball court, and even a dog park for man's best friend. Coming soon to Marvida is an on-site island amenity village anchored by a luxurious glistening lazy river that will offer residents a never-ending array of activities like bocce ball, sand volleyball, a splash pad, event lawn, fire pit, and a 12-foot wide green bolt trail. Move into Marvida, where the perfect place to live, play, and relax is at your fingertips. Today's homeschool topic is REO properties. REO is a term that means real estate owned and is used to describe a property that is owned by a lender, such as a bank, loan insurer, or government agency that was not sold at an auction. REO properties were once owned by individuals who stopped making mortgage payments, and the property went into foreclosure and was repossessed by the lender. Lenders then hold auctions for these properties to recover their investment. If the property isn't sold at auction, it becomes an REO property. If you have a question about your new home journey, send us an email at homeschool@hotonhomes.com. Uncover and explore a hidden oasis with hill country backdrops and breathtaking views of the scenic San Gabriel River. Wolf Ranch by Hillwood Communities offers a fresh, new way of life where residents thrive within a modern, vibrant community in Georgetown, Texas. From green spaces, parks, and trails to an on-site lifestyle program with planned events and award-winning curated amenities, there are endless opportunities to connect with family, friends, and neighbors. Wolf Ranch has selected a handful of award-winning builders known for quality construction, attention to detail, and a commitment to excellence. Conveniently located a half a mile from I-35 and Highway 29 intersection and just minutes north of Austin, Wolf Ranch is the perfect place to live, work, and play. Wolf Ranch, where resort-style amenities, designer details, and wide-open spaces abound. Come home to Wolf Ranch today.
Quality, vision, trust, and design. You've spent time finding or designing the perfect luxury home. And a one-of-a-kind home needs a one-of-a-kind pool. A pool that is designed around how you live, how you entertain, and how you relax. Imagine that pool. At J. Anthony Custom Pools, we approach creating a luxury pool with the same passion we have for our award-winning luxury homes. To ensure your pool is of the highest quality, we use the best materials and highest rated contractors, then meticulously supervise every step of the process. Our in-house designers incorporate your vision into your pool design, creating the perfect extension of your lifestyle, expressing who you are and how you and your family live. At J. Anthony Custom Pools, we know we're creating more than just a luxury pool. We're creating a long-term relationship with you. And all great relationships begin with trust. And finally, we'll design and deliver a pool that is as unique as your home, as unique as you. Call J. Anthony Custom Pools for your free design consultation and experience quality, vision, trust, and design firsthand. There's nothing like the amazing feeling of a brick home, and when it comes to brick, Acme Brick is a name worth looking for, and it's easy to spot. For generations, Acme Brick has been the beautiful, durable, low-maintenance choice for homeowners. When you talk with your builder, ask about Acme Brick. And to see Acme's wide selection of brick colors and textures, visit brick.com. Acme Brick, the best thing to have around your house.
First-time homebuyers in Manville no longer have to settle for plain-looking homes in communities with minimal amenities. Saratoga Homes in Rodeo Palms is a spectacular master plan community featuring a splash pad, junior Olympic swimming pool, parks, and 10 beautiful lakes, all in the Alvin ISD. Saratoga Homes features innovative designs, quality construction, and upscale features at amazing prices. Saratoga Homes at Rodeo Palms, extraordinary homes in an extraordinary community. Visit today.
Step up to the grand experience with Grand Homes in South Pointe, the award-winning master plan community in Mansfield, the largest luxury master plan community in South DFW. South Pointe is more than a neighborhood, it's the premier community for luxury homes. Grand Homes brings 19 of their award-winning floor plans and the home designs to this family-friendly neighborhood. These amazing homes fit perfectly in the sprawling greenscapes, miles of sidewalks, 2 lakes, 9 parks, and the resort-style amenity center featuring a gorgeous community pool. South Pointe is perfectly located. Direct access to 260 and 287 allows homeowners to get anywhere in the DFW Metroplex, and children will attend the highly rated Mansfield ISD. Grand Homes' spectacular floor plans and beautiful interior features are just part of the remarkable value in your grand home. Each is carefully constructed as beautifully as they look, with 2x6 wall construction, radiant barrier in the attic, and multiple layers of insulation. Every Grand Home is Energy Star certified and will help you save thousands on utility bills and living expenses every year. Grand Homes has homes available right now in this desirable community. Money Magazine has repeatedly rated Mansfield as one of the top 50 places to live, and Grand Homes has been voted America's Best Builder multiple times. Come see why at Grand Homes in South Pointe.
We are continuing to talk about when to register on a real estate website. You can get a lot of information without having to register at the beginning. You can go to YouTube and look at new home videos or a builder's Facebook or Instagram page. However, if you want to start a conversation with a builder, you need to call or register with them. Here are a couple things to keep in mind. If you register with a builder, you'll only get emails from that builder about their products. If you register with a developer, you'll likely get a bunch of emails about various builders in their community. And if you register with a company like Hot on Homes, you'll receive updates from several builders. There's more to go, but first, let's look at another beautiful new community. Surrounded by the authentic Texas countryside, the Gables at Tioga by Red Gable Homes offers the perfect blend of small-town living with a modern, energy-efficient lifestyle. Red Gable Homes believes in providing the highest quality new home construction utilizing the latest industry-leading techniques. The farmhouse and craftsman-style homes offer open floor plans with a vast array of interior and exterior custom design choices to make your home uniquely yours. Move-in ready inventory available now, or choose from one of the available lots, floor plans, elevations, and additional optional features, such as an extended back patio, fireplace, or even a third-car oversized garage. There are quarter-acre lots available, and all home sites include a generous-sized backyard. Located in the heart of Tioga, the community is only 5 minutes north of Pilot Point on Highway 377 in Grayson County. The Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex is easily accessible with just a short drive south. Live your best life at the Gables at Tioga by Red Gable Homes. The easiest way to find your dream home is with the Hot on Homes app. Just click on the QR code on the screen, download the app, and start looking for your new home.
You can watch new home videos, use our helpful mortgage calculator to find out how much your monthly payment would be, follow local new home updates on our blog, discover new home incentives and discounts, enjoy the latest issue of Home Shopper magazine, or find the perfect mortgage or real estate partner. It's all here right at your fingertips. We created this app with local home shoppers in mind, with plenty of new homes and communities. Thousands of new home videos to watch with information and tools you need to feel comfortable and confident as you start your new home journey. Everything you need to find the perfect new home, sell your current home, and get the best deal and find the perfect mortgage is right at your fingertips with our Hot on Homes app.
Indulge yourself in a world of relaxation by floating along a winding lazy river or by building a sandcastle on a pristine white sand beach. Kids and adults alike will delight in the activities coming soon to Sierra Vista, an exquisite master planned community conveniently situated along the Highway 288 corridor in Rocheron, Texas. Sierra Vista, developed by Starwood Land, offers a refreshing new concept in residential living with a wide range of single-family homes built by some of the most exceptional builders. A vast array of floor plans and elevations are available within this secure gated community. Year-round, friends and family will enjoy the planned activities at Sierra Vista's Amenity Center. This hybrid concept of pairing a lazy river with a sandy beach will be the first of its kind in the Houston area. Be prepared for endless entertainment in a cool and exhilarating new way. Sierra Vista residents will also have easy access to world-class amenities at sister community Sterling Lakes. Adventure is calling at Splash Pad Texas Water Park, along the hike and bike trails, and on a sand volleyball court. You can also discover your inner passions or discover new ones at the Junior Olympic Pool, the Recreation Center, or the exercise facility. The amenities here are truly endless. Rocheron is one of the fastest growing areas of Greater Houston, and Sierra Vista's location just 20 minutes from downtown makes it the right choice for residents on the go. Combine Alvin ISD schools, convenient shopping, and outdoor recreational opportunities, and you'll discover that Sierra Vista is the only place you want to be. Come stake your claim to paradise today. Imagine a place with vast green belts, lush hillsides, and massive century-old oak trees as your backdrop. Set along the banks of the Mustang Bayou 2022 Master Planned Community of the Year, Pomona by Hillwood offers residents wide open green spaces to connect with nature and the community around them. From the backyard that includes a colorful treehouse and zip line, resort-style pools with cabanas, a catch-and-release fish camp to the dock where residents can reserve kayaks, the fun and recreation at Pomona is truly endless. Pomona by Hillwood has partnered with builders who have been recognized for their quality craftsmanship, splendid designs, and impeccable customer service. Hidden away from the chaos of the city, Pomona is about balance, lifestyle, and family. Elevate the everyday as we are conveniently located in the Highway 288 corridor in the emerging city of Manville. Come find your home.
Looking to transform your outdoor living space? The Acme Brick Showroom is more than just a wide selection of quality brick. It's a one-stop shop for your dream backyard. Our showroom features countless products for outdoor living life. From fire pits to full outdoor kitchens, the Acme Brick Showroom is your destination to take your home project from concept to completion. Visit with one of our experts today and let us help you realize the full potential of your home. Go to brick.com to find a showroom near you.
With easy access to Lake Ray Hubbard, Highway 80, I-20, and I-635, Bloomfield Homes at Fox Hollow and Forney is the perfect central location for your busy life. Fox Hollow is in the highly acclaimed Forney ISD. Homes are built on oversized lots, have more included standard features than any other builder, and many have options for a 3-car garage. It's easy to see how Bloomfield Homes in Fox Hollow is the perfect place for the home of your dreams.
Sunterra is the #1 selling community in Houston and zoned to the #1 ranked district, Katy ISD. Imagine walking along a white sand beach and swimming in the turquoise blue waters of a crystal clear lagoon amenity. Sunterra, a 2,303-acre premier master planned community in flourishing Katy, Texas, is emerging as a masterpiece in residential living. Sunterra will soon be home to a crystal clear lagoon that will be situated within an expansive resort-style amenity village featuring white sand beaches and family-friendly water sports. Families of Sunterra will also enjoy an additional amenity village anchored by a lazy river. Living in paradise is finally within your reach. All of the homes built in Sunterra offer an exclusive technology package designed to provide homeowners with the tools needed to feel safe and secure in their new home. Each home is pre-wired with enhanced smart home features. Families that live in Sunterra enjoy an active outdoor lifestyle. The community features many lakes and recreation opportunities for families of all ages. Getting around Sunterra is an adventure on its own. Residents can walk, jog, drive electric power carts or scooters to their favorite community destination along the Green Bolt Trail system, a massive 12-foot wide paved trail that winds through Sunterra. This ultimate trail provides a journey that's almost as exciting as the destination. Conveniently located just north of I-10 and west of the Grand Parkway, Sunterra is right in the heart of Katy, Texas. This gives residents easy access to highly rated Katy ISD schools, area employment centers, and plenty of fun shopping and dining opportunities. Visit one of the outstanding builders today to see why so many families are now calling Sunterra home.
Today's homeschool topic is USDA loans. A USDA loan is a loan with the United States Department of Agriculture. This mortgage is offered to rural property owners by the Department of Agriculture. The USDA does not set loan limits and bases the loan amount on the borrower's ability to qualify. You need a minimum credit score of 640 to qualify. If you have a question about your new home journey, send us an email to homeschool@hotonhomes.com.
Homes in North Texas, building basements is not as easy as people think. That's why most people don't build basements. There's a system in place now where we can actually build a swimming pool in the ground, build a room inside that, and then build a house over the top. We've set all of our form boards, which is the outer perimeter. As we kind of go in closer onto it, you'll see where we've actually marked out where the basement is itself. There's really no size that we can't do. Most of the customers right now are doing anywhere from 1,500 to 3,000 square feet, and that's a lot of basement. That's a lot of floor area to be able to do whatever you want with it. We've excavated the hole. We've jackhammered out all the rock and the stone and all that. We're utilizing the excavation in order to form our actual basement. It's stronger. You're actually 14 foot 10 inches in the ground. It creates a tornado shelter. It's everything that you ever thought a basement would be, and you're able to do so much more with it with the way that we've adapted our designs to incorporate the basement. In this case, we've actually formed the walls. We've installed our vapor barrier, and now we've installed our steel on top of it. Now we're scheduled to start the gunite process or shotcrete process and start actually pouring the walls themselves. The way we do it, we actually come down and we round into it. In that rounded process, that's actually creating more structural integrity than what you would in a normal basement where you just pour a seal slab with 2 walls on top of it. It's really just all around a better product.
When you work at Monument Realty, not only are you partnered with one of the top producing brokerages in DFW, but also with the Dallas Cowboys, the Texas Rangers, and me, Dak Prescott, your Chief Quarterback Officer. Monument partners with industry-leading sports franchises and players to create a unique experience for our agents, clients, and their families. Ready to take the next step in your career? Join Monument and align yourself with the very best in DFW.
We're talking about registering online with real estate websites. If you decide to register with a builder or even with Hot on Homes, make sure to provide all the information you can to help us deliver the information that is tailored specifically to your search. Letting us know the city you desire to live in and the kind of community you'd like and the amount you want to spend on your home will ensure that we'll specifically send you information on new homes and communities that match your criteria. That way, you'll only get information that is valuable to you. This will help you collect all the information you need to determine when and where you'd like to take your next step. To get a better idea of this, download the Hot on Homes app and start your new home search. We'll see you next time on Hot on Homes.
The Hot On production truck is sponsored by Acme Brick. Acme Brick, the best thing to have around your house.